All right, Matt Stewart getting ready for the Big Ten Quad this weekend here at the Boilermaker Aquatics Center. Before we get to that, though, I was hoping maybe you could talk a little bit about the last weekend you guys competed. We went to SMU down in Dallas as well as Ann Arbor. That was kind of a crazy travel weekend. What was it like swimming in two different places in one weekend?
It was a unique experience. The Dallas Classic is one of the most unique swim meets in the country, and just being a part of that was a good time. It's a real team effort because we only have 8 guys. We had to fill the lineup. We had to put Brendan in the breaststrokes, which he actually did very well. So people really stood up to the plate. Then flying into Ann Arbor was kind of cool. Both my parents went to school at Michigan, and my grandpa came to the meet. It was fun being in front of the home crowd. I was a little, we call it jet lag, tired from travel. Really cut into my swims, but we battled Michigan down to the bone. I think our team really had a great weekend.
You and your teammates will be taking on Minnesota and Wisconsin this weekend as part of the Big Ten Quad. Some of the other swimmers have called it like a mini Big Ten meet. Do you agree with that?
I would certainly agree with that. Some guys are competing for different travel spots at this point in time. We're really focusing on this meet. We've never beaten Minnesota before. The Big Ten's really close this year, so anything can happen. We're real excited about it.
Now in the fall, you guys geared up really for the Purdue Invitational, and here in the spring semester, especially here at home, this is kind of the biggest weekend home meet of the year. Can you kind of compare and contrast the Invitational versus this weekend?
We're all going to be swimming our main events, split over 2 days, so it's not just a dual meet where you're in there in 2 hours doing all your events. So you really have a chance to focus on each individual race, and also it's a big team race. The Purdue Invitational, we set out to beat Ohio State, and here this weekend we're set out to win in our home pool again against Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Okay, you're a senior. Next 2 weekends you're here at home really for the final time as a Boilermaker. Tell us about what you expect.
Yeah, it's really, I can't put it in words for what it's been like here at Purdue. Coming down the stretch, it's going to be emotional, I'm sure. We'll have senior day, both this weekend for our divers and next weekend for the swimmers, and just a real team effort, and I'll enjoy these memories forever.
All right, thanks, Matt. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Some of the swimmers have kind of called this a mini Big Ten meet. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a 2-day meet. It's against really good competition. We haven't beaten Minnesota in a long, long time, so I think that's something that they like to do. Wisconsin, very solid Big Ten teams. It's a 2-day meet, so it's kind of a swim almost all of the events except for maybe one relay I think we're doing this weekend. So everybody gets a chance to swim all their Big Ten events. Everybody on the team. We've been traveling so much that it's nice to have the entire team together at home. So I think that's good. The next week when we're in Indiana, it's kind of an emotional meet, and you're getting ready for Big Ten, so it's just a lot of, just get yourself psyched up and go. This meet's a little more rehearsal and getting ready for the Big Ten championship. So I think that is probably what they're saying to you is kind of a little mini run. We're not going to do anything special for it preparation-wise, but it's definitely going to be nice to be home for the next 2 weeks as opposed to getting on the road. So I would say guys are going to be pretty excited by the time we get there. We're still having a pretty good week of training, but come Friday, I think they'll be pretty sky high, and hopefully we'll be able to have a 24-hour period where we're swimming pretty good. So that's what our goal is. Obviously,
it sets up as the second largest home meet of the season, but I get the feeling that you're not gearing up as much for it as you did the Invitational in the fall.
Yeah, like I told you before, I think in the fall we wanted to get better each week, and culminating with the Purdue Invitational without shaving people and just wearing regular suits, we had our best meet of the fall. We also, I think I've been on record as saying, is that by the time the quad meet and or the Indiana meet come around, we should be doing times at or faster than what we did at the Purdue Invitational. So I would like to see some guys step up and get to that point where they're swimming as fast as we did at the Purdue Invite before we rest for the Big Ten Championship. So I think we're on task. We had some pretty good performances at SMU and Michigan, and I'm expecting, being at home, that we're going to have a substantial situation. There'll always be someone who's not quite hitting on all cylinders, but as a team, we should be moving in that direction, and we should have our best meet we've had in a couple of months.
All right, thanks, Dan. Good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you.